Welcome back to Teaching Connect's YouTube channel. We continue with the third installment of the series on new principles and pointers that will assist your growth and journey as head of school. In today's video, we specifically look at the principal as curriculum instructional leader. As promised, we will ground the series in research and the lived experiences of practitioners. To this end, today's indicators are premised on an article that looked at a review of literature on the role of a principal as curriculum instructional leader in schools and what was possible for implementation in schools in the Cameroon. It was published in 2020 and synthesized the following roles that principals are expected to play as curriculum instructional leaders. The first point is that the principal as a curriculum instructional leader needs to make the vision of the school clear and communicate the goals and objectives of the school with everyone involved in curriculum implementation at school level. You are also expected to provide a strategic plan showing clearly the activities and resources needed to attain the academic objectives of the institution. Principals are also expected to define and communicate the mission of the school to teachers, students, and other educational stakeholders either involved with the school or in the sector itself. By communicating the mission of the school with other stakeholders, it can lead to some modifications of the plan which are essential for students' learning. In other words, welcome input from a broad spectrum of individuals. When all the stakeholders are involved in formulating the school's objectives, it can increase the level of commitment towards achievement of these objectives, both internally and externally. Principals who can create a good working relationship with all the stakeholders involved in the implementation process can effectively motivate and hence to increase learner achievement together with the school. Another point I identified is that you as principal, as instructional leader, is expected to involve community members in school reform. Listen to the needs of the community and invite parents and members of the community to attain and make suggestions on school improvement and also to showcase the achievements of the school at the same time. You are also expected to be informed as principal about social needs in order to direct teaching and learning to meet the needs of society. As the principal, you are expected to ensure that the curriculum of the school meets the expectations of the community, and this is with direct reference to subject choice and subject packages offered by the school. A third pointer that you need to consider as principal is that you need to use all relevant data sources to develop realistic goals and objectives for the institution. As the instructional leader, you have to effectively use assessment data to improve students' achievement. As the principal, you need to ensure that teachers draw up lesson plans, that there is a program of assessment, and that proper planning is in place before teaching takes place, and due consideration is given to the developmental stages of learners. It is the responsibility as head of school to ensure that lessons address inclusion, because in classrooms you usually find students who have different learning styles. As the principal or curriculum instruction leader, you also need to ensure that instructional materials are adequate and readily available to teachers. Note that a lack of instructional material may not only affect the implementation of the curriculum, but it may also cause teachers to become demotivated and not give their best in the classroom environment. Whilst resourcing is important, as instructional leader you are also expected to facilitate teachers' growth, and that this can be done by observing teachers presenting lessons in class once in a while, to evaluate how instruction is carried out and give feedback to the teachers. The feedback given by the principal will help teachers improve their classroom interactions with students. As instructional leader, you must devote time to supervising and monitoring the teaching and learning process, and for this to be effectively carried out. Another indicator is that principals need to be knowledgeable about teaching and learning. You cannot simply be the administrative head of the school. You are, after all, a teacher. You are expected to support and encourage teachers to effectively implement the curriculum and to promote discussion on instructional issues that they have observed amongst themselves and that need to be improved, and you also need to encourage them to become creative. Understand too, as curriculum instructional leader, you are responsible for stimulating growth in teachers by providing in-service training, whether locally or in-sourced or outsourced, and organize professional development programs to enable teachers to improve their skills continuously. You need to develop professional learning communities for teachers so that they can discuss and share ideas and also promising and best practice. Furthermore, As curriculum instruction leader, the principal is expected to plan, together with his SMT, monitor and evaluate school programs to identify problem areas and find immediate solutions to them. If solutions are not available at school level, that these be sourced from either the education department or relevant stakeholders involved in the sector. By doing this, you can help to improve teaching and learning and hence facilitate the achievement of the school's goals and its objectives. Worthy to note, as a curriculum instruction leader, the principal is expected to ensure that the objectives of school are translated into practice in the classroom level. Besides this, the principal is expected to create and implement policy that prioritize teaching and learning. Understand this, that teaching and learning should be the main objective of your institution. If the primary objective is teaching and learning, then you will also understand that you have to protect instructional time by not involving teachers and students in activities that disrupt effective teaching and learning. This does not mean that extracurricular activities are not important, because they too enable students to develop self-esteem and acquire social skills that they will not necessarily get during teaching and learning time. As part of achieving your curriculum outcomes or student academic outcomes, the principal is expected as instructional leader to create incentives and reward systems that stimulate such academic success. There is nothing quite like getting an acknowledgement from the head of school if you've done well in your subject or learners have done well in terms of their academic performance. This brings us to the end of this video. We trust that the pointers shared with you will again assist you as you continue to grow in your new role as head of school or school principal. In our next video, we will continue to expand on this series. In the meantime, can I ask that you subscribe to this channel and that you press the notification bell so that you are alerted to new videos when they are released. We again thank you for watching this video. We thank you for your feedback and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.